Welcome to Ireland on a Budget. This is a new channel that I'm setting up um, because I guess I am in the middle of, working on a budget, sticking to a budget in different areas, finding different ways that we are not maximizing our income. Um, I'm learning, I'm winging it. Um, and I wanted to kind of share what I'm learning. But also I kind of hoped that other people might share too. Like if I set up this channel, that other people might share their own tips and experiences with not only budgeting but other things too. When it comes to trying to get by in the current economy that we're in. Um, I think that there is a need for honesty because there's this kind of, I don't know, it's I find that I look at other people and I think, God, they're doing so much better than me. And I think I'm not the only one who does that. And it's not until you actually get talking to somebody that you realize, God, they're struggling just as much as I am. They might be struggling in a different way. But everybody has their stuff. And I think it's too easy to think that we're struggling, we're the only ones struggling. And also to kind of put it on ourselves like it's my fault that I'm struggling when it's not. It's the entire system is broken, and I think we know that by now. Um, yeah, so that's the kind of topics that I want to talk about. Is like I said, budgeting, and where we can kind of help each other there, how we can maximize that income. Um, I want to talk about like raising the kids on a budget because I have two kids myself. I have a family, two kids. Um, Trying to raise kids on a budget when you have all of the different things that kids need, but also the things that they want. The things that their friends have. That they kind of suddenly decide, oh, I really want that thing too, and how to kind of navigate that. When you really can't afford the thing. Um, and learning to kind of be okay with that we don't need all of the things, and teaching them that we don't need all of the things. And I think it's a kind of a de-influencing ourselves. um so yeah, that would be another topic, the de-influencing kind of aspect of it. You have all these influencers who are doing their thing, which is well for them. They might be making money off of that and earning their living from that, but a lot of them are kind of pushing products that they don't need, and maybe they didn't pay for, that was could have been given to them for the advertisement, and they're kind of showing it in a way that you need this thing too, and chances are they haven't even used the thing, but they're being paid to say that they have, and this goes on a lot. The culture of adverts everywhere. Yeah, so like de-influencing ourselves from everything that we're seeing, everything that is pushed at us every single day. And it's to convince us that we need these things to consume. It's convincing us to consume. Um, I want to talk about, the waste that comes from all of that consuming of goods. I want to talk about the system and how broken it is, but also how maybe we could use some of it to our advantage, or I just want to kind of go through that stuff. It might be helpful to other people, as much as it's going to be helpful for me, I think, to talk about it. um yeah, I want to talk about like things that can help, things that can help you know I want to talk about the things that can help people, the places that are available for you to go to if you are struggling. And I know we're all struggling, but if you're struggling in a way that like it's really bad, that there are places that can help you. I want to talk about places that I have gone to for help in the past, places that have helped me, and how I found them. And I will, put up all the links and things like that, and my own experiences with them, because I think that it's important to let go of any shame around that stuff. because you're in a tough situation and you think, God, I need help, but I don't want anybody to know I'm getting help because everybody else seems to be doing loads better than me. And actually learning that it's okay to talk to each other, because when we're not talking to each other, we don't realize just how broken things are. Because everybody is putting on a front, everybody. And I know there's some people out there that are doing well for themselves, and that is brilliant. But the vast majority of people are putting on a front, um, because we are struggling. Um, I want to talk about mortgages and the shit show that is in itself, because we've been down that route. And just like anybody else, my own age, my generation, it's not happening. Um, Definitely not. I want to invite people in to share your own experiences. If I talk about some resources that I found helpful, I want you to share your own resources that you found helpful. Because there'll be some there that I didn't know about, that I didn't maybe think to contact, or um, there are others out there that I won't know about. So I would love for people to share their own stuff too, their own stories, their own tips on budgeting. If you have something, share it, because I do think it's so, so important. Even if it's just to be able to, write a comment to somebody else and say, oh my God, same here. Like, I'm in the same situation. You're not alone. Because it really, really is so important, especially in the climate that we're in at the moment. Like, we do need to be sticking together rather than staying separate and pretending like we're okay. Um, yeah, so that was just a short intro. Look, if you think you might be interested in the content, if you're seeing this, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment if you want. Just anything that's going to show me that it's needed or wanted would be great. If I start doing these videos and people like them, people are getting something from them, then I'll keep doing them. But otherwise, I'm a busy mum of two, and I'll upload when I can. But if there doesn't seem to be much need for it, then I probably wouldn't continue doing it. But I do feel like, when I searched myself on YouTube, I would search, budget in Ireland, and, things like that. And there's a few, but they weren't really what I was looking for, if you know what I mean. So I just kind of thought maybe I'd have something that I could share and get something from it back too. Um, you'll not see me meal prepping and, doing videos like that, because I just don't have the headspace for remembering to take videos and doing all that kind of stuff. But I will upload when I can. And like I said, if you're interested and you know anybody that might be interested, like and comment.